Wrist flexion. What are the muscles we're looking for in wrist flexion?
Flexor carpi radialis.
Okay. Flexor carpi radialis, flexor carpi ulnaris. 2. We're not going to palpate muscles now. We're going to palpate tendons. Okay? So, stabilizing hand, I rest lightly on the forearm because you know wrist flexors all come up from the forearm, but I have to be able to stabilize. So I just gently put my fingers there. I'm not inhibiting anything. So I say wrist flexion, this is the motion I'd like you to do. Okay? Can you do that? Good. So that would be my fair. Okay? Now I'm going to apply a little bit of resistance, okay? So you come up, I wiggle my 2 fingers in the middle of her palm. Go ahead. And I go 1, 2. Okay? Remember, now we're talking tendons, thin muscles. We don't have to crank on anything. 2 fingers. Go ahead. 1, 2. Fair plus. Half range would look like. Okay? Don't look at her fingers when she's flexing, right? We only care about the wrist right now. Okay? So if she gave me a flicker, how do you think I would now position her? Side, right, midline. Okay? So now I am going to passively, this is the motion I'd like you to do. And typically in your clinic, we were talking about this before, you would have powder on the table or you would use like a paper towel or something like that so that she wouldn't sweat and she'd slide. That's the motion I'd like you to do. Can you do that? Excellent. So that is her, what, pour. Going to apply resistance. Okay. Can you do it again? 1, 2. That's it. Partial range.
Oh, that was my fingers.
That was your fingers. Good. Good catch. Good catch. Okay? So that would be partial range. Now, when you're palpating, is this the hand with or without palmaris longus? It's one with, right? Good. Okay. When you are palpating, to palpate flexor carpi radialis, you want to find palmaris longus if your patient has one. So flex for me, please. Where'd it go?
It's there.
There it is. Okay. You want to find palmaris longus. Find that. The next tendon radially is flexor carpi radialis. Okay?
Everybody has that?
Everybody has that.
Can we have them opposed like that? It's easy to find it.
You can. So go ahead, oppose your fingers. Like oppose.
Oh, oppose. I'm sorry.
That actually makes your palmaris longus. I do flatten again. Flex. Okay? So yes, on some people, it'll stick out just like that with palmaris longus. If you need to ask them to oppose, you can do that and you can feel it as well. Or you can just feel right next to palmaris longus and you will feel that tendon is flexor carpi radialis. Flexor carpi ulnaris is on the ulnar side. Flex again. If your patient flexes and slightly, as you can see, ulnarly deviates, it'll pop out right under your finger. These two are actually pretty easy to find. Okay? So that is your wrist flexion. Not so bad.